Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Reselling Farming Mom. For those of you that don't know, my name is Ashley. Typically what we do on Sunday nights is we talk about everything I shipped out last week as well as everything I'm sending out tonight. And tonight I have some exciting news. Let's get right into it. First up, exciting news. We hit 500 followers on Whatnot. So thank you to everyone that has followed me on Whatnot. I am super excited. I am planning out my 500 followers show right now. I'm so excited. I've been laying items out on the table, getting pumped. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I'm going to do a lot of prep work going into it. I'm going to list photos and start prices in the show. That way we can... I want to really get some interaction because I've learned with Whatnot, the more that chat interacts, the more fun and the more fluid, something like that. It flows. The show just goes a lot smoother. I'm not just standing there talking to myself like I am now. So make sure you guys watch out for that. It's on Whatnot, Reselling Farming Mom. You can go and find me on there if you haven't already. I will be super pumped if you do, because you will also be helping towards my fundraiser, but we will touch on that a little bit later. So first up, let's talk about last week's sales. It was another slow week for me. Granted, it was only Tuesday through Friday because I pulled my video last week on Monday because it was President's Day. It was a holiday. So I had 5 sales in 4 days. Let's talk about those. First was A. Dale Earnhardt Jr. Number 8, Budweiser souvenir rig. It was a semi truck and trailer, a 1/64th model. Really nice, new in the package. I think I paid $1 for it at a local garage sale over the summer. Actually, I think there was a haul video on it with all of the Dale Earnhardt stuff. So I think I was about $1 in. That sold for $35. Next was a vintage Barney figure lot. It had Barney, Baby Bop, and the little green one. It says Baby Bop, BJ, and Barney. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't brushed up on my Barney people since I was probably 4. But I do pick up Barney items when I see them out and about. Southern Ohio Picker on his Instagram and his YouTube all the time in his shorts. I see him picking up Barney items, VHS, and all of that. So I think this is the second Barney item I've picked up to flip. I got these the weekend that my husband and I went sourcing. So a couple weeks ago. It's actually about a week it took to sell. I paid $2.50 for the bag of Barney figures, and there were 2 larger Barneys in it. So the second larger Barney, instead of selling it for $4 on eBay, I threw it into a Whatnot family mystery box. I had that mystery sale, I want to say last weekend. So, but either way, it was still a $10 profit and a quick sale. Then we had these glasses. This was a really awesome flip, guys. Listen to this. So vintage King's Crown Ruby Red Cranberry Thumbprint Tumbler water glasses, a set of 4. These were beautiful glasses. They were tumbler size. They weren't pedestal in any way. I picked these up at the local indoor garage sale a couple weeks ago. Granted, they were dirty. I had to wash them. I've been washing all this glass. I got other glass pieces of this pattern, just different styles. I paid $1 for each box. I got 2 boxes of these glasses. So I'm probably 50 cents in on this set of 4. So 50 cents in, sold for $19.95 for the set of 4. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I was taking the glasses upstairs in sets to wash them, and I missed the 5th glass that went with this set. And the set sold in about 3 days. So I couldn't put the 5th glass with it. So I had to list the 5th glass on its own. So make sure you guys are watching out if you have multiple boxes that you are getting all of them put together and marrying the sets together. But still, it was an awesome profit. And I have the juice glasses, I have the wine glasses, and I have the sherbet sorbet pedestal glasses also that I have listed or I'm going to be listing very shortly. So then there's 2 more sales from the week. One was the new old stock Coors Light Silver Bullet Racing Hanging Banner. I sold one of these last week also, and I talked to you guys about how I'm running low on them. This is another one I sold for $15, slow week. So if you guys are on the lookout for these, make sure. I have personally not seen them listed on eBay. I have not looked though since summer when I started selling them. Free to me from a family member that was downsizing. Well, free to me as of right now. Sold for $15. Then I sold a California Pottery of California bird mushroom vase planter. This one I got in an auction. This was early last year. It was still cold out. I remember that. And I was getting flats for $2 or $3. I was getting multiple flats for $2 or $3. So I'm about 50 cents in on this bird. Kind of disappointed it took so long to sell. And I took the buyer's offer of $11.50. So it was still a decent profit, and it was very small, so it was an easy ship. I just really was expecting it to go for a little bit more or for it to sell faster. I thought planters were a thing, but they're not my thing. So I think I really slowed down my buying of planters just because I don't see a quick turnaround in them. They're just kind of like teacups and saucers to me. I just think they're a lot cooler. And when the planters don't sell fast enough, sometimes I fill them myself. Unlike the teacups and saucers where they just set in a tote or on a shelf forever. So those were my 5 sales I shipped out this week. There was a 6th sale. It was a really awesome sale too, but I think the buyer asked to cancel. I'm not 100% sure. They sent me an offer, I accepted it, and then they sent me a message that says, please see X. And I believe that meant cancel. So I did cancel it. It was for a really cool teapot. It was a left-in China cat teapot for $17, but I canceled the order because I don't think they wanted it. So if anyone's interested, I have this really cool left-in cat teapot in a purple dress. It'd be really neat for spring to set out in your like little spring setup. So if you're interested, make sure you go check it out. Ashley's Thrifty Shop on eBay. So those are all 5 sales I had go out Tuesday through Friday. So slow week. Again, we talked about slow weeks and slow times on eBay. My last video, I hit everyone up, down some suggestions or what you guys think. I've also been on the hunt for videos and information myself. And the other night I was, doing my thing and a video popped up for me. It was recommended. One of my people I watch, Commonwealth Picker. He had a video about eBay and slow times, and I jumped on to watching it as fast as I could, and it was kind of exciting because he talked about his topic at the beginning, and he usually doesn't do that. Usually his videos, he talks about his topics in the middle of the video, so this was nice. I enjoy watching other people's sales, but when the topic is so grabbing, I want to see what's going on. And he talked about slow sales because he is obviously a much bigger seller than me, but he had a few days that were just as slow as mine. He hit his lowest, he said it was like 2 sales in a day, and he hardly ever hits that. And that's my goal. And I'm not even hitting 2 sales a day as it is. I didn't have any sales. I think there was 2 days this week where there were 0 sales. And again, today there were 0 sales. So, and you make sure you go check it out. He talks about inflation, and he actually picked it up from another person that he watches, and how inflation in the world and in the stores is really going to start affecting the eBay resellers a little bit because people are spending more money on the things they need, which is kind of what I was thinking earlier this week and last week. And that's why I talked about maybe changing up how I'm listing a little bit and trying to list more clothes because people need clothes. And so that's in my head. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So he suggested things such as maybe having a little nest egg, build up a little nest egg for this spring and this summer when it starts warming up and garage sale season is happening because people are looking for a little extra money. So everyone is going to be selling. So having a little nest egg perhaps, and buying up inventory. It might not seem like the right thing to do right now, but getting your inventory at a good price and maybe just setting on it a little longer, listing it. He also suggested maybe to get more traffic into your eBay store, running some auctions. I personally am probably not going to go that route because running auctions, I have no patience whatsoever, and I'm hitting the refresh button. I'm seeing what's going on, who's watching it, and that 7 to 10 days, however long I run it, I was consumed because I kept checking it. So I really enjoy the buy it now side of eBay so much more than the auction side. And then he suggested running sales, which I'm already doing, and I highly suggest you guys maybe consider doing it as well. If you have some items that aren't selling or some older listings, is running a promotion. Promotions on my eBay store do drive traffic up a little bit. I've noticed on the few times that I go into the website and actually try to find the traffic and things like that. I'm not very tech savvy, but I have worked my way through it. And if I can do it, I know you guys can too. In the promotions tab, run a sale. I typically do 20%, but that's just what I do because I am an offer sender. I don't know, some people might not send offers to their watchers. Personally, if I have an organic sale, I send offers to all my watchers that are there. It's kind of like somebody bought, so everybody gets a deal. But it depends how long it's been listed, how big of an offer I send, or if I know how much I put into the item, how much I'm going to send. Like ads, I send 5% offers across the board. So it just really depends what it is. But I suggest 20% if you can take that. And I do it on my 500 oldest listings just to try to move items because that's what I'm always trying to do. And it's the end of February, guys. So we're 2 months into 2023. So you got to think that in my mind, in my mindset, I am excited to say I did turn a nice profit from last year. 2022, we turned a good profit, Reselling Farming Mom. And that's kind of why we're running this fundraiser this year, because we want to give back. But you got to think, if you turned a profit last year in 2022, including all of your inventory from last year is bought and paid for. So anything you sell that you bought last year is automatically going to be profit. In my mindset, that's what I'm thinking. I know everybody looks at things differently, but that's how I take it. So I have no issue selling my items at 20% off that are all from last year. I am up to 1,300 listings in my eBay store, which is still low, but I'm working on organizing so I can fit more listings into my space. So just take that into consideration if you are having some slow times like I am on eBay. I'm not letting it discourage me though. I'm continuing to daily list. Just like I tell you guys, the holidays are over. I'm into the swing of things. I am daily listing. So, but with that, I told you guys it's February. It is the end of February. Tuesday is February 28th. So next video, I will have fundraiser updates, the totals from February. Remember that you can give back you can give back. We're going to be giving back. But all you have to do to donate to my fundraiser is become a subscriber on my YouTube channel, Reselling Farming Mom, like a video, follow us on Whatnot. You can buy something on Whatnot or you can buy something off of eBay. So 3 out of those 5 ways you can give back and not have to spend a penny. The other 2, yes, it would cost some money. But for every one of those 5 things, we are keeping track and it's a penny into the pot. And we are matching that at the end of the year, Reselling Farming Mom, and we are going to donate that to a local Christmas for Kids charity. So I'm super excited about that. And next video, we will have the grand totals all set up for you. So let's talk about everything I'm shipping out tonight. Yesterday was kind of a stay-at-home, do laundry day, get some listings in, get some dishes done. I was busy, but I can't tell you what I did. I was all over the house. My feet hurt by the end of the day. But I had 6 sales, and I was really excited. It pumped me up to list more. So let me tell you what they were. First was one woman bought 2 pairs of jeans. See, the clothes, I'm telling you. They're not my favorite thing to list, but they do sell. Were 2 pairs of Levi's 514 men's jeans, $33.32. I had them listed for $20 a piece, but she bought 2 pairs, so I accepted her offer at $15 a piece, and I worked with her on shipping. And as you can see, I was talking to Maureen Fitzinger, I believe is her name, on my last video in the comments about how I do clothes. So I take pictures, I poly them. If they don't fit in my little polys, I split a poly, and so I have produce bags for my ads. So I produce bagged the split poly and I taped it, and then I masking tape a number onto it, and then I put that number in the description. So these jeans were, I don't want to say they were free to me, but they were my husband's jeans. He's kind of particular about pants. Don't tell him I said that, but he is really particular. He says he's not a clothes snob, but he will only wear Levi's, and he will only wear certain ones, and these were the certain ones, and they were the certain size, but he didn't like the way they felt. So I put them, they've been sitting in my room in the corner, and I finally was like, I need to list these on eBay. So I believe he got them for Christmas or a birthday or something, and he's worn them before, but I sold them for $15 a piece. So granted, if I had to go buy new ones, $15 would not cover it, but it's money that was laying around my house, guys. So it was either list them on eBay or they were going to set in the closet until we had a garage sale. So, and we got a lot more money out of them on eBay than in the garage sale. And then Corel. We haven't talked about Corel selling in quite a while. I had an awesome Corel flip, guys. I sold a set of 4 Corel Corning Kyoto leaves. They are square Corel plates, so they're not old by any means. They're a newer pattern. I want to only show you one because they're going to be heavy. So they've got red and green leaves on them. And then the back is kind of plain. But they are the large dinner plate size. I picked these up at my local Goodwill. They've been listed for quite a while. The set of 4 sold for $30. I was only $2 in because they're plates, 50 cents a piece. So this is definitely a pattern I would watch out for if you see it out in the wild at a garage sale or at your local Goodwill. It sold really high. Granted, it was not a fast sale, but not all Corel is a fast sale. The only Corel that I've sold overnight is the holly, the Christmas holly dinner plates. I had 16 of them, and I think I sold 3 sets of 4 in less than 2 days. They flew out the door. So that's a pattern I would definitely watch out for, as well as this one. So they do have rare stuff out there. Next was, I skipped the first one, the first sale I had yesterday, because I was excited to tell you about the pants, and they were at the front. So this is a set of 4 Fostoria Captiva 4 wine juice glasses in their original box. I can show you. So I made a mistake. I've had these for not a long time, but a long time. Less than a year. At my local Goodwill, they had probably, I want to say 6 or 7 boxes of these. I looked them up and I really couldn't find anything on them. So I picked up 2 boxes of them, and I wish I would have bought them all because they were $2 a piece because there's 4 glasses in each box, and they didn't mark them up. So the first box, I think I sold for ask price at $30. And this set of 4, I sold for $26. So it was an excellent profit. I had them listed as 6-inch frosted seashell stem wine cocktail glass goblets, Fostoria. So they have their stickers, they have their original box, and they're smooth. And then there's like the seashell on the back, on the bottom. They're really pretty. They're really simple. They're all clear. They're not colored. If they're colored, I think they would have sold for a little bit more or sold a little bit faster. So, but this is something I would watch out for. I don't think normally you would find lots of these at your local Goodwill. I did once, and I didn't buy them because I was beginning my sourcing regularly, and I was really unsure. Now I'm all for risking it for the biscuit, but in the beginning I didn't risk it for the biscuit. If that's one word of advice I can give you, when it's 50 cents a piece, risk it for the biscuit. I'm telling you. So next was this little guy I had sell I picked him up for $1 when my husband and I went sourcing a couple of weeks ago. It is the Care Bears Cousin Lots of Heart Elephant 13-inch pink stuffed plush toy. Got him at the Goodwill for $1. You see he's got his little Care Bear button on his butt. Sold for $14.95. So about a week or two listed on eBay. And I was really excited because there's other ones listed on eBay. But this one sold. And plush are the easiest thing to ship in the world. And they're really light. And last but not least, sale of yesterday was these bowls. These are vintage mid-century modern set of 2 large Linwood green Centura Corning serving bowls. So there are 2 of them. I was $2 in on these. I picked them up again at my local Goodwill. I pick up a lot at my local Goodwill because it's literally 6 minutes away from my house. And it's the one I go to the most. So, and they have some pretty decent deals. So look at the pattern. That's the Linwood green. And then look at the shape of it. That's what really drew me to them, is this shape. And then they're Centura by Corning. So $2 in because I think they charge $1 for serving bowls. Sold for $19.95. I think this took about a month to sell. So that was all my sales for yesterday. And last week I showed you a little bit of my chicks and how they're getting bigger. So I wanted to give you another update. They are getting really big. So my husband and I are going to start babysitting the weather a little bit, becoming part-time meteorologists on top of everything else. And we're going to figure out a good time to move them out to the coop. I'm thinking I have a goal of maybe max 3 weeks. They are trying to fly out of their brooder. Granted, they have a fence on top of it, so they cannot. But they are ready to escape. They want some more space. They want to run. Their feathers are starting to develop. So with that, as soon as they get moved out, I've been watching my local feed store, and we're going to be getting some more chicks because we want to expand a little bit. So if you guys don't raise chickens, it is so fulfilling. I highly recommend it to anyone that can. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a great week, and I will see you next Monday.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.